Hello. We're just a week away from the second month of spring, and I'm like a cold spring. Days are starting to lengthen and warm up, and the ground is starting to dry out. Trees are budding up and the daffodils are in full bloom. Spring lambs are in the field. It's time we were sowing a few seeds that we can protect from any late frosts. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be sowing some carrot seeds, and we're going to sow them in buckets, and if it's warm enough we'll stand them outdoors, and if it isn't we'll keep them in the greenhouse, and if it gets too cold for that we can always bring them back indoors, because these are small 10-inch ex-cut flower water buckets, so they're quite portable. So these are the first seeds of the year that we're actually sowing, that we intend to get outdoors, and we're going to sow some carrots. And this is a carrot called Autumn King, same variety in both packets but two different types of seed. If I can just show you that, I'm fairly sure you will have seen these seeds before, because these are a standard carrot seed. You will have seen these before. As you can see, this packet's already open because I grew some of these carrots last year. Now I'm actually going to show you two different ways that I like to sow these carrot seeds, using two different templates to do that. That's if they'll come out of this packet. There, I've just put a few on this board. They're probably a bit difficult to see. Can you see them? I don't know if you can. I'll only know when I look back at this video. Okay, so they're your standard carrot seeds. Hey, these guys look a bit different, don't they? That's because these are a pelleted seed, and I would recommend these for anyone that has dexterity issues or eyesight issues. They're that much bigger and easier to handle. A little bit more expensive, but apparently germination is that much better because they're pelleted. I don't know that for a fact. It's just one of the selling points of pelleted seeds. I'll just pop a few of these on my hand and then transfer them. You can see those, they're much bigger. Much bigger. So if you're having problems seeing these or picking these up because they're so small, this might be something you want to try. Just Google pelleted vegetable seeds, or in this case pelleted carrot seeds, and you'll find them. Right, how are we going to pick these guys up? If we're going to plant these individually, how are we going to pick them up? Seen this before. If you haven't seen this before, you haven't been following my channel very long. This is a bottle top with some water in, and that's now a wet matchstick. There's a carrot seed on the end of that matchstick. I don't know if you can see it, but there definitely is. That's one carrot seed picked up on the end of that matchstick. Just pop it back down there, and we'll pick one of these pelleted seeds up if we can. Is that easier to see? Can you see that pelleted seed on the bottom of that matchstick? Oh, it's just fell off. Let me pick it up again. There you go. Now I'm not intending turning this matchstick over, otherwise that just will roll off. I hope you can see it, but that's a pelleted seed picked up. It's so easy. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put these back in the packet, and then we're going to bring a pre-prepared bucket of compost, of soil, to this table, and we're going to plant some of these seeds. And the standard seeds that we've got here, we're going to plant those through a polystyrene template, and the pelleted seeds we're going to plant those through an old piece of mesh that I've had lying about in the garden for some time. So put those there. Let me pick these up, and then we'll get a bucket. These are the two templates we're going to be using. That's got 37 equally spaced holes punched through it. That's a polystyrene base from a pizza, and that's just a piece of mesh that I had in the garden, and that's going to enable us to equally space the seeds. However many we put in, it'll be 37 in here, it'll probably be one every other square in here, and they'll be equally spaced. And that's important, because what we don't want to do, we don't want any shoulder to shoulder carrots, and we don't want to do any thinning. We don't want to thin these carrots out. I'm going to let these carrots grow on till the bucket's ready and take them all in a wanner. And this pizza base here, this is what I use to firm the soil down in the bucket. Just press it down. It gives me a nice firm surface to work on. And this is one of those buckets. This is one of those 10-inch X-cut flower water buckets that we're going to be growing these carrots in. Right, I'll go and bring one of those buckets in now, and we'll sow some carrots. The soil in this bucket is just garden soil that I've improved over the years. I've just got myself a nice flat surface on it using this disc, and for this one I think we'll go with the template. It sits nicely like so. Not a perfect fit, but it gives us a grid pattern, doesn't it? Gives us something to work to. And we're going to go with the pelleted seeds. I could use the polystyrene template for this if I wanted to. You know, there's a mix and match here, but I've just decided to go with this in this instant. Okay, here we go. We'll just pop a few of these in this lid. I think that's probably more than enough. If it isn't, we'll put some more in there. Can you see them? That's them. Okay, we're just going to pick them up and sit them down using this wet matchstick. Hopefully, like this. How's that? Didn't take long. Take this off. How about that? Equally spaced. All we've got to do now is push them in a little way, 1/4 of an inch or so, close them over and spray with some water. Right, what do we need? We need a pencil and we need a water spray. Have we got them? Let me have a feel in my pockets. Oh, well, we've got a pencil. No pencil. So we should just be able to do this, should we not? I'll push them all in first, then I'll just close them over. Now you see them, now you don't. Right, let's make a ticket out, get a water spray, moisten this soil and put a ticket in. Okay, got the spray. If you put it in any container other than what it's designed for, always mark it up. Always mark it up. That's my spray. That's my ticket. Autumn King pelleted seeds. Pop that in there. Give this a quick spray. And then I'm going to stand this in my cold greenhouse, and hopefully it won't be too cold and these guys will germinate, and then I'll be able to move this bucket outdoors, and I mean properly outdoors. Okay, right, let's sow some carrot seeds that aren't pelleted. Okay, just like the previous bucket, this one's got garden soil in it. It's been through a garden riddle to make sure there's no obstructions in it. I've put a slack handful of sharp sand in it and a slack handful of bloodfish and bone. So that's the mix, and all these buckets will get now is water. Once we get these carrots planted, no fertiliser, just water. Okay. Well, 37 seed sowing stations. How are we going to do this? Well, we're going to need a pencil first. Okay, so if I don't lose track, I'm going to mark out 37 planting stations using this template, and then I'm going to sow 37 carrot seeds. Hey, how about that? Now it won't look a lot, but let me tell you, if you get 30 or more carrots out of a small bucket like this, it is a lot. And there's our first mark. Get the finger on it. That's the outer ring done. Let's do this middle ring. And now this inner ring. And the one in the middle. When I take this off, you should see a nice pattern of holes. Planting stations in there. Let me see. Wow, can you see them? I don't know whether you can or not. I'm sitting down. I honestly don't. Right. Same procedure. Same container with water in it. Same wet matchstick. Only this time, as we put the seed in, we close the hole up, and then we know we've actually got a seed in that hole. So let me do some in the middle that I think you can probably see better, and then I'll get stuck into this. One seed in that hole, closed up. How's that? Could you see that? I hope you can. One seed in that hole, closed up. Last one with me talking, then I'm going to get stuck into this. How's that? 3 down. What must that be? 34 to go. 34 to go. Right, let's get stuck into it. Right, let's just check we haven't missed any. Ho ho ho! The one right in the middle, look! I missed it! Right, let's get a seed. There we go. We haven't missed it now. Right, so I've got them all. So that's 37 seeds sown. Hey, that didn't take long, did it? It did not. Right, where's that spray, that water? Okay, here's our ticket. Pop the ticket in. Here's our water. Let's give it a nice wet. Now I'll warn you at this point in time, if you're sowing seeds like this, do not go anywhere near your bucket or your bag with a hose pipe. That is a definite no-no. And try not to use a watering can if you can avoid it, because if you give that a deluge and this is on a slope, all your carrots will be at this side. There'll be nothing up here because you'll have washed all the seeds out. So no hose pipes, no watering cans, certainly not at this stage. Well, a hose pipe never. Come on, a hose pipe never. Watering can, yeah, but not at this stage. Okay, so we should see some life in about 3 to 4 weeks. Yeah, we should. Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg signing out.